Hi, everyone. Welcome to Courage to Caregivers. My name is Kathy. It's so good to be with you. And so, we are beginning a theme called empowerment. And our topic today is Recommit, Don't Quit. Well, today we begin a new month, and just the very word empowerment feels in itself positive and powerful. The definition of empowerment is to have power and control over one's life. It is the practice of motivating yourself or others to accomplish goals and objectives. An important component of empowerment is to say yes to yourself and recommit your personal consent to move forward each day. Imagine saying yes to yourself. Think of the things that you commit to on an everyday basis, perhaps a job, your family, your school, your caregiving responsibilities for sure, your role as a neighbor, a good community member, and even a citizen of the world. All these things we commit to. These are things we recommit to when we arise each day. So, how about taking the action? The action. Notice I said action because this is something that doesn't just happen on its own. We have to choose to do it. Taking the action to recommit to yourself to your own growth and well-being, whether that is physically, emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually. But let's face it, we know as caregivers and as human beings, we don't often put ourselves first. We are not at the top of that list that we make every day. So there are days when we will awaken unsure of ourselves and unsure of what's going to happen throughout the day, and maybe feeling a little bit vulnerable in that. On those days, our yes to recommit might be just a quiet little whisper as we make our recommitment with grace and gentleness. On other days, our yes will be loud and confident as we invite in new discoveries about ourselves and the world around us. However, your yes sounds today, honor it and listen to it. Make it a habit to say yes to yourself every day. When you do it enough, it becomes an essential part of your routine. When you recommit to living your best life, you are empowered, and the whole world benefits in so many wonderful ways because you are your best you, and you can pass the best self that you have around to everyone else. So it's a win win situation. Say yes to yourself. So that's just a little tidbit of the topic for tonight. Let's go ahead and get started with a little breathing meditation practice. So I invite you to get nice and comfortable in your chair here, just shifting your weight from one side to the other so that your sitting bones are firmly on the chair and that your weight is evenly distributed. And then placing the feet flat on the floor, so legs uncrossed, so that we get that nice 90-degree angle of the bent knees, a nice pelvis tilted slightly forward, shoulders back, and a nice tall spine. And so the reason that we always realign ourselves before a breathing practice is so that we can breathe more efficiently. If we're all slouched in or off to one side, that breath is not going to fully give us what we need in the moment. Okay? Good. And as you're sitting there, you may choose to keep your hands face down on your lap or with the palms lifted, whatever you decide. Choosing to close the eyes or leave them softly cast down. And just begin to feel the body settling into your space there. And as your body is melting into the chair, I invite you to begin to visit the breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Just noticing the natural rhythm of your own breath as it comes and as it goes. Beautiful. And then noticing any thoughts that come in, noticing them without judgment and letting them softly go like the petals of a flower on a spring day. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Good. Beautiful. And as you're settling in, I'll talk about the breathing technique that we are going to explore today. It is called rectangle breathing, and this will be the breathing for the month of June. Rectangle breathing calms the body, heightens awareness, and sharpens focus. It resets the breath during stressful times, so it brings the mind and body into alignment, and deliberately slows down the breathing. So this is important because when we slow the breathing down, that actually helps us in a physiological sense to kickstart the body into a rest and digest phase rather than the fight or flight phase. So all good things here with rectangle breathing. And I will demonstrate this first and then talk you through it. So we will begin by imagining in our mind's eye a rectangle with two long sides going horizontally and two short sides going vertically to make this little rectangle. So just noticing that in your mind. And we're going to put a count to each side of the rectangle. So imagine that we're going across that horizontal line. And we're breathing in for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3. So that is one round of rectangle breath. You've made your rectangle. I invite you now to try it once again with me as I count for you. Remember, the count is 5 in the inhale, 3 to hold the breath or pause the breath, 5 on the out breath, and 3 to hold or pause. Let's try that again together. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3. I invite you to keep this going on your own for several rounds. I'm going to stop talking and let you just experience this. If the 5, 3, 5, 3 count does not feel supportive to you, you can change it up. You can use 2 and 4, 3 and 6, whatever would be most helpful to you. So I will stop talking and let us experience this rectangle breath together. Good. So you get the idea. I remember this is a breath that you can use anytime you feel the need to alleviate some stress in your life. As with any breathing practice, the more you do it, the easier it becomes. It becomes more a part of you. So this is only our first day, You'll have plenty of opportunities to try this over the next month. So thank you for doing that with me. The next breathing technique that we're going to explore is called the yes breath. And we were talking earlier about saying yes to yourself. So this is a breath that is very supportive in that you literally are physically saying yes. And what this involves is, first of all, rocking the pelvis forward and back. And when we do a cat cow, we actually arch the back. So we're employing the spine here, and then we round the spine. But this is very subtle. It's just the gentle rocking forward and back of the pelvis. So the whole top part of your body is stationary, and it's just the hips and the pelvis that is moving. So before we start the breathing, let's just practice some of that, placing your hands on your thighs and then just rocking, taking little pelvic tilts here so that the lower half of the body is the only portion that's moving. And just when you do this, appreciate the fluidity of your hips and their ability to move like this. So we're just rocking back and forth. Good. Beautiful. Now we're going to put a breath to it. So as we rock the pelvis forward, we'll lift the gaze and say yes. And exhale, rocking the pelvis back towards the chair and taking your gaze slightly down so that it looks something like this. Yes. 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 And you don't have to say the yes out loud. You can say it to yourself, but it's a very empowering breathing technique. It is said that it was modeled after babies in a hospital nursery. There was a researcher who was observing infants as they slept. And he noticed that the babies breathed in this manner, that their little heads would go up as they rocked their pelvis and then back down again. And so their breath came with each movement. And he said, this is how all the babies seemed to be breathing, even though each baby was a different entity. So it's just very interesting to me. He said it can also be called the happy baby breathing technique. So I invite you to try this a few times on your own, just lifting and lowering the gaze as you rock the pelvis forward and back. Beautiful, everyone. Thank you for trying that out. Now I invite you to continue breathing in your own unique manner. So, whatever that looks like for you, we're not going to put a count to anything. You're just going to breathe in and out of the nose as you normally do. And just doing this with ease and with very little effort. And while you get back into your own natural breathing rhythm, I will read our affirmations for our practice today. Remember that affirmations are a positive statement that we make to ourselves. And when we say these things over and over again, they become a positive part of us. So I'm going to go ahead and start this. I am smart and capable of handling my own life. I am worthy of working hard to reach my goals all year round. I am also worthy of rest. I am able to rest, not quit, when things get hard. Let me repeat that. I am able to rest, not quit, when things get hard. Beautiful. Just appreciating those words, feeling them with your heart, and knowing that you are capable of saying yes to yourself each day and bringing yourself that gift of being present for you. Okay. I invite you to gently begin to blink open the eyes. Good. Thank you for practicing those breathing techniques with me. We're going to get started on a little bit of mindful movement. Everything we do today will be from the chair. So maybe take a moment just to get realigned here in the chair. Good. Feet flat on the floor. Always remember, it's always important to remember to just feel that connection of the floor beneath you. Okay. And so we're going to begin a few movements here, seated with the back against the back of the chair, shoulders back, heart open. Let's just bring the arms up overhead as we reach through the fingertips. Tall mountain here. This is a seated tall mountain. So lifting up out of the rib cage and the waist and reaching with your fingers. Beautiful. Exhale, bring hands to the heart. Let's do that again. Sweeping the arms up overhead. Inhaling here, tall mountain. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. One more time. Inhaling in, arms come up. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Good. Very good. The next thing we're going to do is just a plain old seated mountain. So feet on the floor, arms down at your sides, palms facing forward, shoulders back, ears are over the shoulders. So everything is nice and aligned. And just closing the eyes here and just breathing into your seated mountain. Feeling your resilience. Mountains are resilient and strong. And no matter what the weathering they may undergo, they can actually resist the weathering. They may get weathered, but they're never going to tumble down. They'll always be there in some form or fashion. So just like life, when things wear us down, we stand tall and resilient. Good. Beautiful. Let's bring the arms up overhead. This time we're going to interlace the fingers overhead and just leave the index fingers pointing upward here. So index fingers pointing up over the head. We'll come into a side mountain or crescent moon mountain. So inhaling through the center, exhaling, let's move to the right. Good. Inhaling through center, exhale, move to the left. Good. Once again, inhaling in and just moving to either side here. Good. Breathing through the center on the inhale, exhaling as you move to the side. Good. And then float the arms back down to your thighs or your knees. Okay, let's try a little seated twist here. We know that twists are important for wringing out toxins in the body, as well as wringing out anything that does not serve us right now. So any conversation you may have had earlier that was uncomfortable, anything that you're holding inside of you that just kind of is gripping you or is worrisome, we're just going to wring that out right now with this seated twist. So sitting up nice and tall, we're going to take the right hand and place it on the left knee, taking an inhale, lengthening through the crown of the head, exhale, twisting to the side over that left shoulder, and just breathe here. Breathing into that twist. Good. Inhale, come back to center. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Taking the left hand, placing it on the right knee, finding that tall spine as we inhale and twist to the right. Taking our gaze over the shoulder and breathing in, breathing out. Good. Coming back to center here. Let's do that one more time on each side. So seated side twist. Right hand comes to left knee. Inhale and then twist. Exhale as you twist. And breathe. Inhaling, coming back to center. Left hand comes to the right knee. Inhale here and exhale as you twist over the right shoulder. Good. Inhaling back to center. Beautiful. We'll leave the practice today, our mindful movement part of the practice, with a mudra. A mudra is a hand gesture. It's a sacred hand gesture that actually seals an intention. So let's bring our hands up in front of us. We're going to bring the index finger and the middle finger to stand straight up towards the sky. We're going to take the pinky finger and the ring finger and bend them in as we press down with with our thumb on those fingers. So connecting those three fingers and letting the other two fingers stand tall here. Good. This is called the prana mudra. Prana is life force energy in the yogic tradition. And this mudra, it's best to do this. I'm showing you this way, but it's best to then take the hands and lay them on the back of the hand and then bring them to your lap so that they are not in your way. They're resting on your lap in this way. And you're going to breathe in and out as you experience this hand gesture. So this mudra has many, many benefits. It brings clarity and focus. It clears any blockages in the mind and body. It brings an increase in vitality. We can all use a little bit of that, right? It boosts the immune system and it increases circulation. So these are just a few of the benefits. But just take a couple minutes here, a couple breaths, I should say, as you are experiencing this mudra, prana mudra, to bring energy. Beautiful. Good. You can release the fingers. Let's shake them out a little bit. Good. And we're going to go ahead and begin our deep rest. So I invite you to find any comforts you might need for this evening. If you would like a blanket or a block or a bolster or a pillow for your head, you can go ahead and gather those comforts now to set you up. If you are resting in your chair, make sure that you're nice and aligned. Realign your body once again so that everything is comfortable for you. If you're lying on the floor or a couch or a bed, just make sure you're stretched out nice and long there. Good. Just feeling your whole body supported by the surface beneath you. And we know that deep rest is an essential component to a breathing meditation practice, as well as a healthy lifestyle. So I invite you now to just divest yourself of anything that you do not want to be thinking about right now, because what I want you to concentrate on is saying yes to yourself, giving yourself the grace and the permission to rest. You know, usually rest is an afterthought. And we put ourselves last, like I said earlier. Resting is so important. So finding your comforts there, finding your aromatherapy, if you have a candle or spices or anything that you want to place in the room with you. And if you're using music, go ahead and find that now. If not, enjoy the silence of your deep rest. We'll begin with a Yoga Nidra meditation. I'll be drawing your attention to various parts of the body. And as I say them one by one after the other, you will bring your awareness there and we'll move on to the next and the next and the next until finally the entire body is relaxed and you can rest. Okay? So closing the eyes and beginning to connect with the breath, breathing in, breathing out. Feeling the body soften, finding ease in this moment. And we'll begin with the head and all the muscles in the face. relieving tension in the forehead, the temples, the jaw, the cheeks, letting all that tension go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Softening the throat and just allowing the throat to gently open, finding ease and comfort there. And then moving on to the right shoulder, settling your awareness there, and then moving towards the right upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, hand, the back of the hand, and the palm of the hand, and all the fingers of the right hand, the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. So from the fingers of the right hand all the way up to the right shoulder, your whole right arm is relaxed. Your whole right arm is completely and totally relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of relaxation and ease. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Good. Moving your awareness down the right side of the body, the ribs, the armpit, and the waist. And then letting your attention settle in the right hip, the thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle, and the foot, the top of the foot, the sole of the foot, and all the toes of the right foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe, so that from the toes of the right foot all the way up to the right hip, your whole right leg is relaxed. Your whole right side is completely and totally relaxed. Beautiful. Moving your awareness now to the left side of the body, the left shoulder, the left upper arm, the elbow, forearm, wrist, and hand, the back of the hand and the palm of the hand, and all the fingers of the left hand, the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky fingers, so that from the fingers of the left hand all the way up to the left shoulder, the whole left arm is relaxed. The whole left arm is completely and totally relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of relaxation and ease. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Good. Moving your attention down the left side of the body, the armpit, the ribs, and the waist. Letting your attention settle in your left hip, your thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle, and the foot, the top of the foot and the sole of the foot, and all the toes of the left foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe, so that from the toes of the left foot all the way up to the left hip, your whole left leg is relaxed. Your whole left leg is completely and totally relaxed. Your whole left side is relaxed. Both sides are completely relaxed. Good. Breathing now a little awareness into the back body and all parts of the body that are supported by the surface beneath you. The heels, the calves, the back of the thighs, the buttocks, the low back, middle back, upper back, shoulder blades, back of the head. Your whole back body is relaxed. Your whole back body is completely and totally relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of relaxation and ease. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Good. Breathing now, we're going to concentrate on the front body and all parts of the body that shine towards the stars. The front of the legs, the pelvis and the hips, the chest, the ribs, the heart. Your heart, your generous, caregiving heart. Breathe in some appreciation for your beautiful heart as it gives and gives to all those in your care each and every day. The whole front body is relaxed. The whole front body is completely and totally relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of relaxation and ease. Let it go, let it go, let it go. I invite you now to settle in fully and give yourself this gift of rest. Rest well. Very gently and with great care, begin to bring your awareness back to the body, inviting in a little gentle movement, wiggling fingers and toes, maybe just moving your head a little bit from side to side, or taking a full body stretch there on your floor, in the floor, or on your chair, or giving your body any movement that it is calling for right now to awaken back to the present moment. Remembering to deepen the breath, taking nice big inhales, and then letting out the breath with a nice long exhale. Good. And as you are awakening, I will read a couple of quotations for our practice today. This is from Jean-Paul Sartre, and he says, "Commitment is an act, not a word." And from Miranda J. Barrett, "Every time you make a commitment to your own self-care, self-love, and self-respect, and then follow through, you build trust in yourself." Good. And so whenever you're ready, just pressing yourself back to seated. And you can meet me with hands at the heart, closing the eyes, continuing to breathe. Good. It was an honor to be with you all today. I hope that as this week goes forward, that you will seize the opportunity to say yes to yourself, that you will make that commitment each and every day and several times a day until it becomes completely familiar to you, because you are worth it. Let's release the hands, bring them up overhead as we press the palms together, and then once again, hands to the heart. The light that is within me honors and recognizes the light that shines brightly from each and every one of you. And we share that acknowledgement when we say together, Namaste.